Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Nipa TV show. I'm your host, Nipa TV. That's me, and we're going to go ahead and commentating the final game between Astrea and Zoun. It is a PvP. I'm not sure what the map is called, and I do apologize again for that. I feel like I do it every single time. Yeah, so it is going to be... I wish there was a way you could see what the map was called. I feel like there is an option. I just don't know. I'll figure it out later for sure. But probe is being sent out for Zoun, who is the blue Protoss at the top right, and at the bottom left is the red Protoss Astrea. The last game was kind of abrupt. It stopped at 8 minutes, and I wasn't able to see anything else because the replay stopped. So I'm not sure who technically won that game. I think who won the first game? I believe it was Astrea. Astrea won the first game. Second game was a no-go. Or second game was Zoun, I believe. So it's even. Whoever wins this wins the, the five. I don't know if this is a series or not. It probably is. But do see Astrea putting down a pylon at the natural expansion of Zoun. That is going to delay any fast expansion that he was dreaming of putting down. His gateway is finished. Zoun's, that is. He's going to cyber core, so we'll see what happens. Zoun also did the same thing as well, as per mere matchup fashion. We actually see some zealots coming out too, so both players definitely want to clear that pylon as much as possible. So it looks like they will be going for some type of whatchamacallit. They really both wanted to do some kind of economic strategy, early strategy. Zealot does come out for Zoun finally, and we'll see. Does he have enough resources, or does Astrea have enough resources to do so? Don't believe he is going to get that natural expansion yet. Oh my goodness, Astrea does put down the cybernetics core, further blocking Zoun from getting a base. And Astrea, I believe, is just going to go straight for an aggressive adept at this point. There is a stalker coming out as well. And Zoun has had enough of this crap. He's going to go take care of that probe. And we do see a Stargate. Does Astrea see that? He doesn't see the Stargate, but once this adept comes in, he will see it for sure. And yes, that was the Diva announcer. My bad. And Cybernetics does get canceled. That was really cool to see. So he does get some of those minerals back. And we'll see if Zoun can stop this adept from seeing what's going on. Unfortunately, he cannot, because that phase does see the Stargate. So Zoun's plans are revealed. And surprisingly, Astrea does get the Nexus before Zoun. He's about to have enough minerals to do so. And this adept does phase out. Where does he go? Goes back to the murder line. 3 probes do die. So that was pretty good damage for that adept, actually, who was mainly there for scouting. We actually see a Void Ray coming out instead of the Oracle. Probably because Astrea knows what's coming, so what's the point? So I do like that a lot, so get the Void Ray. We have that robotics facility. But yeah, no, that adept definitely... initially, I believe, was just purely for scouting, but to get, those probe kills in the main... It's definitely that is definitely a bonus for sure. See a shield battery going down for Zoun as well, so we are seeing some kind of offensive play. 2 shield batteries. So are we seeing some kind of shield battery push sort of scenario? That would be cool to see. Never even seen that before. Definitely lots of opportunity. Some good force fields, but do the sentries have enough damage? That Astrea shield battery is healing up those sentries nicely. The Void Ray is moving in. Those 2 stalkers did die for Zoun. Oh, barely getting out 2 HP. That was pretty dang close. And Zoun is just going to outrange the wall off here with his Void Ray. Does he have enough defense for this? We shall see. Zoun doing quite a bit of damage for sure. Warping in more another shield battery, and still no natural. So Zoun is committing to this. Nice force field goes down. Void Ray is supercharged. Is going to pull back. Another Void Ray is coming in. Focus firing these sentries for sure. Doesn't want any more force fields. That is smart. Void Rays are still up. As long as Zoun keeps these Void Rays alive, his push will definitely be more successful. We have some Warpins going down as well. And Astrea still has probes mining at his natural, so the economic advantage is going to Astrea still, which will be very nice in aiding against this attack from Zoun. See another Void Ray coming out for Zoun. Still committing to this. Warp Prism's being produced, so Astrea is going to try to do some kind of double-pronged attack as he defends his natural. Cybernake's core is going down, but he's building one in the main base, so that is not a concern. Does finally go down. We also have some cannons as well. Warp Prism does pick up. Let's see, what is he going to pick up? He's not going to pick up anything. Void Rays are on patrol. Do ward off this Warp Prism. Void Rays are going to go up here on the main high ground, but the Stalkers from Astrea do thwart that. We'll see if Astrea still decides to send his Warp Prism out. Zoun is finally getting his natural expansion, but Astrea is still slowly getting more probes, but Void Rays are going to try to do some harass. My concern for this is, will he be able to get out? Won't be able to get any probes with that shield battery, so it was definitely a valiant effort, and we do have a mass recall for those Void Rays. They go back to the main, which makes sense because the natural is not complete yet. We have more adepts coming out as well. So Zoun's strategy looks like here is he's going to contain Astrea at his natural, and in the meantime, Zoun will try to build up his forces as much as possible, getting a robotics facility. And we have some phases in for Zoun with the adepts. Where are the rest of his forces? I think okay, so Astrea did split them up. Did split up his forces. I am surprised Astrea is not getting a shield battery in his main, but maybe it isn't needed because, I mean, he has all these Stalkers, so it should be fine. Warp Prism is loading up with the Stalkers inside. Blink is actually being researched as well. It looks like we're seeing... Astrea did drop one. That is definitely curious. We do see some phasing in for Astrea's adepts there. Does commit, surprisingly. Wow. Okay, the Warp Prisms do pick him up. That was a nice save. I think that was an accident. It could not have been. We shall see. Lots of ferrying going on here, which is cool to see. And Blink is halfway done for Astrea. And Void Rays are just kind of providing some presence at this time. We do have +1 going down for Astrea as well. We do have a Forge and Twilight Council going down for Zoun. And Warp Prism does pick up some adepts, and we are probably going to see some harass go on as Zoun contains his opponent. See adepts moving in. It's going to force Astrea to split up his forces at this time. Astrea does have a hallucinating Phoenix that is going to scout. Zoun is going to pull back, and that is Astrea's cue to move in and clean up Astrea's structures here. Like clockwork, very cool. No upgrades going down for Zoun. Would definitely be nice to get some upgrades as well. And I believe Astrea did try to harass with these adepts here, which is why there was a pylon or some kind of block that did just get killed. Adepts do drop from the Warp Prism in the main base, where we see 5 probes going down, 6 probes, so some pretty decent harass, which is nice to see. And the Warp Prism does get out. Those Void Rays are not fast enough. We'll see if the adepts do commit. They do. Astrea is going to send these adepts. He did complete the adepts, so he got 2 more probe kills, so very nice damage and securing a 3rd base. Astrea is looking pretty strong at this point. +1 is done for Astrea, and while that's being complete, Zoun is getting his +1 right now. So, do have a handful of adepts over here for Zoun that could definitely be utilized to harass the 3rd base of Astrea, and I believe Zoun does know. He does not know. Okay, never mind. He does not know about the 3rd base, so we shall see if he finds it. I'm sure he will eventually. We do have a Templar Archives going down, so Astrea really teching, not afraid to keep progressing his lead with tech and economic route. It's got a pretty formidable force as well. 2 Immortals will definitely be very nice versus these Stalkers, but Zoun also has 2 Immortals. He also has a couple of Sentries, so this actually even composition minus the Void Rays. If I were a betting man, I would say Zoun would be at the advantage for his Void Rays, but you also have to consider the +1 attack from Astrea as well, which will definitely make a huge difference, and we'll see if the micro is good for both players. Very nice concave for Astrea, and an Archon's being morphed in as well. Something did just get sniped. I believe that was either a Warp Prism or it was an Observer. I'm banking on Warp Prism because I don't see that Warp Prism anywhere. And Zoun is going to try to go in, but this is a very nice sandwich opportunity for Astrea. If Zoun moves up a little bit more, the surround would be incredibly insane. But this Observer would definitely see it coming for sure. He does have eyes on this set of forces. +2 is being researched for Astrea. And yeah. Or sorry, my mistake. Zoun is getting +2, so he is starting to have quite a research advantage so far just in getting that. +2 is being chrono boosted and started for Astrea at this time, so pretty even actually. I hear photon cannons somewhere. Not sure where that was, but all right. Something did just get killed. I'm not sure what it was. Observer is moving in and put it into observer mode. We'll see what the vision is looking like. This Archon could get sniped. I believe that Zoun is trying to force some force fields. We have Astrea's observer here, and nice vision from Astrea. There was a mass recall, but it did not get all of Zoun's forces and the Immortal. One Immortal actually does go down, so that is definitely no bueno for sure. It looked like Astrea was getting a nice sandwich going. The Archons and Immortal count is pretty scary. Same with the Stalkers, but we'll see what happens here. Zealots are moving in. They do have charge from Astrea. There is a pylon that is blocking. There's a Stalker that is going to try his best to defend. We have the Void Rays over here trying to clean up the Zealots here. We'll see if the Zealots do go through. This gateway is almost down. Once that's down, the Zealots... Ooh, okay, they decide to pull back. Archon is going to be used in the front, and we'll see what happens. There is an aggressive blink on the Immortals. Force fields go down. Very excellent force fields. We have the Archons trying to attack up here. At the same time, Astrea is going to attack the natural expansion, and we see the forces of Zoun going down completely, but he does have his Void Ray still. We have the Immortals being focused as well, but the Stalker count is going down greatly. In fact, the ground forces of Zoun is pretty much eradicated, and that is game. That definitely was... Gosh, that was interesting, because Zoun was doing everything in his power to contain Astrea as much as possible at one point in the game. I think the problem, Zoun was just committing a lot. He was overly committing with that attack, because I believe he was really trying to end there. And then Astrea was just holding on, as well as getting a little bit of an economy at that nexus in the natural. And he just ended up doing and Astrea was also doing some double pronged attacks, and that was really cool to see. So, and then Astrea just got a bigger group of forces, and the composition was just better, like instantly with that Immortal count and those Archons, and then the charge lots too were pretty good. And I think Astrea was pretty much dominantly winning in the research field for sure. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching this series, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.